Tip 3, don't crash into the back of a bus when it stops in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Missed the bus stop. Whee. Back in the car. So today is going to be a not POV but a bit of a life in the day of. So I've got a client shoot today. Excuse me while I turn the wheel. And I am now on the way. The sat nav is set, and off we go to a client shoot. It's just some headshots, etc. We'll get into that a bit more a bit later. But I'm just going to show you kind of what goes into it, tips that I've got, how I got it, how it came about, etc. So we are due to arrive about 40 minutes before the shoot begins. So the first tip I have for client shooting is treat everyone as like a job interview, because you never know when you might get some return work from the person, people, company, and the last thing you want to do is look unprofessional by showing up late. So always arrive at least 5 minutes before. Isn't that right, Tom?
I need to get a coffee because it is early and I need to get there. Said I was going to be there at 9. It's currently 10 to 9. Yeah.
Tom, he'll get it. Yeah. So anyway, arrive on time, arrive early. I'm getting there extra early today because I'm going to scope out a few locations before. So because I've actually never shot there before. It's actually in West London towards Wimbledon. So I will check in again soon. Speak to you in a bit. Tip 2 is, so tip 2 depends on where you are as a photographer, content creator, in your, I suppose, in your journey. So for me, being at the start of the journey, I've got this job has come through a website called Fiverr. If you don't know about that, check it out, comment below and I'll do a video on how to set up gigs, etc. on Fiverr. But that's how this one's come about. So the person has contacted me, and because I'm new to it, and it's the same with everything really, without genuine feedback and without people rating your work, etc., it's hard to get jobs. So what I've done with Fiverr is I've gone in, made a few gigs, and I've offered them at a slightly lower price than what I would usually pay, almost like an introductory offer. Or the other option, which I'm kind of doing a little bit of both to start with, is over deliver. So the first shoot I did one last week, a couple of weeks ago, for a guy that wanted some pictures for his LinkedIn profile and for a CV. We did some cool shots up at Garden at 120 Fenchurch Street, and I chucked in a couple of pictures for him to keep of himself with the whole skyline, etc. So the over delivery then gets good feedback, and he left a tip of actually half the actual fee. So yeah, it was worth it in the end. And this guy here, I'm obviously not going to be posting them on because, again, it's probably a tip for later on about privacy. But through chatting, we're going to do a couple of other little bits on the day, just because there's potential of future work there. So over deliver, be on time, and I'll get back to you with the next tip shortly. Hello. So tip 1 was be on time or be early, and also that is because you never know what's going to happen. So for example, on my journey, I've just run out of washer fluid, and the road has been gritted, and I don't know if you can really see that, but wait till the sun shines on it. Very good. But GoPro is good. I can actually see better on the GoPro than GoPro Live. I can't see anything, so I'm gonna have to stop and get some washer fluid. So be early because life happens, man. Life happens. So be prepared. So there we go. Tip 1 has proved its point already. Tip 2, whatever tip 2 was, I can't remember right now. Oh, over deliver. Tip 2, over deliver. Tip 3, don't crash into the back of a bus when it stops in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Mr. Bus Stop. Whee. That's not tip 3. Tip 3 is observe privacy when it comes to client bookings. So, for example, this person today has booked me to take some pictures of them. I don't know what the pictures are for. Well, I do, but again, it's not for me to say. But I mean, there's nothing dodgy. That sounds a lot more dodgy than it is. But let's just say I rock up today, GoPro straps to my chest, like, yo, everybody, this is the POV of what I do. Again, it's not something that somebody would potentially rebook you if you are loose-lipped about what you're doing and kind of bigging yourself up. So observe privacy. So today you'll see I will be filming and talking about what's happening up to, but not including, the shoot. For that reason, for privacy reasons, and then I'll check in afterwards to let you know how it goes. We've got about half an hour, 40 minutes left of the drive, so I'm gonna continue driving and sing along to some Bruno Mars. We have arrived at our destination. So if you've been following along so far, we've done 3 tips: be on time, overproduce, and follow strict privacy. Tip 4, bit of a different one. So I think with this, especially if you're quite new into this life side of things, like myself, when it does come to this and doing your first jobs and being on time, etc., I think it's also important to remember that the person has booked you for your expertise. So when it comes to tip 4, it's have confidence in yourself and your abilities, and remember that you are the expert in the situation. This person has booked you because of what they think you can offer them and what you know in yourself you can offer them. So it's very easy for me to say, I've not been doing photography for as long as XYZ, so I'm quite nervous about this today. However, that's not the attitude that I enter these jobs with. I kind of go in there, I'm the expert, I know what I'm doing, I've got the gear and the idea, so and the idea, so let's have it. Basically, have confidence in yourself, have confidence in your ability, go into these jobs like you are the expert, because you are, and the person has booked you. So give them the experience that you want, be confident in yourself, be confident in your equipment. Yeah, tip 4. Just kind of a little walk around and I'll get back to you with tip 5, or maybe just to check in. Kind of tip 5. Let's go for let's call it tip 5, but it should probably be tip 0.5. Preparation is key. So the night before a job like this, charge all your gear, make sure you got your memory cards, check out Marvelous Visuals reel the other day about having everything ready but forgetting your memory cards. Just have a backup for everything. That's kind of because the last thing you want to do is get to the job, go to take your first picture, and you've got no memory cards. Luckily it hasn't happened to me yet. It has happened to me with like a family event, but yeah, don't let that happen. Preparation is key, tip 5. Another reason to show up early is you can have a little walk around, check out the area. So the person I'm working with today wants one of their shots to be with a clear background, and without me dragging around extra gear, I had a walk around and look around, and we find a plain white wall. The sun is out, so the light is good, but it's actually shadowed here, which is good, so it's not too harsh. But yeah, have a walk around, see what you got. Shoot complete. So that's that done. That was really cool. Hopefully delivered above and beyond what was asked of me, which is what, again, for rule number 2, whatever tip 2. And hopefully I've just begun to start a very good relationship with somebody there with some future work. So this kind of goes to show what I meant all along by over-delivering, being professional. All of those tips added together meant I just had a very successful shoot, and potentially some very good future work. So all of this together, this is a day in the life of slash tips for a client shoot. Not really much else to say. I'm now just walking around the area because there's a very nice car garage. If anybody is from this area of London knows where I am. Looks like some cars being delivered, so we're going to have to check that out. But yeah, going to take some pictures of some cars, then get back in the car and go home. Thank you for watching OCMB_media on Instagram. But yeah, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something, and follow, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you.